Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So we're going into round 2 of the Knot Championship at Huckleberry Country Club. This is unless somehow I get myself to the 125th FedEx Cup standing from the 168 at which I live. This will be the end of Season 3. We'll then be heading into Season 4, assuming they just don't kick me out of the PGA Tour and say, go back to Corn Ferry for a while or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how this all works. It'll probably let me sit in my career, but the way I've played, I'm worried about losing a tour car in TGC Tours. I think I certainly deserve losing a tour card here. Haven't made a cut all season since I went to Master Difficulty. It's been like 35 events or something. It's been bad. Easily as bad as what I was doing in TGC Tours, but let's see how we can go, what we can do, and if we can make it here at least in the last event. Alright, we're going to move this along a little bit. First time I took, okay, so lower wind, so that may help me. I've got to have my swing timing stick with me. That's important. So again, we won't know the cut until we get past the front 9. Got a little uphill, so alright, I'm going to pull back here, given what I've got. I think that's solid. A little further over than I thought. I really thought with the lie and everything it would move.
A birdie putt awaits.
Birdie putt does await, but man, this is a long way. It's uphill though. So I should be able to at least give it a little bit of force, but it's hard to judge at that distance. That's just like if they fall, they're almost... It's luck more than skill. Wow. I didn't look at my swing path after that. I was just too freaked out by the ball, but wow, that might have been my fault, I'm thinking. Alright. Gotta get that swing path cleaned up a little bit. But we'll take that. We'll go to a normal shot, get ourselves back. Ooh, this is a big jump. I mean, it's almost 15 meters. 15 meters? Too many Olympics the last couple weeks. 15 feet or yards. My God, 15 yards. And then hopefully this will get me what I need. Okay. Not bad. Let's see. Ooh. Didn't get a bounce. I was thinking I might have got a bounce onto the green, but alright.
Rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
So I just want to get close, but not too far. I'll take that.
Eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Yeah, good job. Nice par.
Alright, we'll take it. You know, as opposed to starting the first round with a bogey and then pars. You know, it's an improvement. So we'll take it. Ah! Kind of stuck on me both in the frames and the stick. So that was sloppy ugly. But that was less sloppy ugly, so we'll take that. Let's see, 277, so we don't have the distance, but we could get within something reasonable. Alright, not terrible. Let's see. Alright, it stayed out of the rough.
Yep, that'll work, that's fine.
This would be a great up and down.
I'm gonna pull... No. I want to do... hold on. I want the spin is what I want. We're going to adjust for that. Solid, solid. Now slow down and wait. And again, it's just a par, but we do need them.
Nice line.
All right.
that's a clutch par.
And again, would I prefer a better result? Of course.
Teeing off
Am
here
I
at the 4.
satisfied that I at least didn't get any further away? Absolutely. Alright.
Good shot there. It's a fairway finder
Nice.
for sure.
And that was a better swing path as well. I'm gonna have to go with this because 97 is the shortest normal swing I can get, and really 80 yards. Yeah, even if I fully pulled it back, in theory that only gets me to 86. So, yeah, this is the right shot here. Looking good. Not. Stop, please. Thank you.
Well struck.
Like it's starting to roll downhill. I'm not liking that.
This one will run uphill.
Might just be another par, darn it. Just gonna take a lot for a birdie.
And the rivalry
All
seems
right.
to be inspiring this player to make some great putts.
Again, when they're that far, so, I mean, obviously I'm reading the green, like, there's some of my involvement there, but a lot of times it's just, you can't say, oh yeah, I did that. It just doesn't work that way, sorry. Alright, I'm gonna try this.
Opting for the 5.
It's off to the side a bit. So more the swing path than anything else.
Big 2 on the scorecard.
That is a long, long way again. And this one's mainly downhill, so I've got to be gentle. It should be okay. Wow, that still took off.
On that one.
Wow, I was really soft on that. That thing had way more downhill than I thought, obviously. Maybe?
Ouch, that hurts.
Didn't work.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Not a bad line, this.
Shoot. So
Our
we give it
leader is a
right
couple of
back.
shots up at this stage.
Not happy with that.
And it's a pretty lengthy one at that. Ouch.
Ooh,
That's
a little
the
too
awful
quick.
S word. Shake that one.
Was hoping.
Second shot here on the 6th.
Alright, good shot out. Should be short of the bunkers. We are.
Handy effort, that one. And this shot from about 150 yards out.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it with this. Looks pretty flat.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
So let's see.
This one's going right at the pin here.
Okay.
That was special.
Solid.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Gotta try and save the par here.
It's not moving a lot. I'm just gonna go to the edge of the cup.
It's half a chance of being
Come
home, so
on. Oh, that's too
not
far.
sure if they
I don't like
noticed the
that
line
at all.
there,
That
but
is too
What are
far.
we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out. Yeah,
Oh
plenty
my
for birdie here.
gosh.
Teeing off here at the 7th.
Luke, with water down the right
Not
hand
good.
side, most players are going to be taking a driver out and bailing down the left-hand side. Maybe something less
Swing
to avoid that
path
fairway
was
bunker down there.
garbage.
Still a fairly generous
Nothing
fairway.
good
From
about
there,
the
second
swing
shot
path
plays
on that,
downhill,
but the rest of it,
about a half
not
a
too
club.
bad.
Generous sized green, bunkers kind of dotting
Alright,
all sides of it.
15. We're
Not
going to be
overly
down
difficult.
20-ish.
I think you're going to see a fair amount of birdies here.
So maybe 130? So I'm gonna go with this. It's got a heck of a kick, and again, we've got water over there. Oh boy.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
Oh boy, alright,
Yeah,
we're good.
This is lovely.
Alright, that was more online than it appeared when it
Great
took
shot on the
off.
7th, and a chance for birdie.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
You know what? It's not moving that fast. I'm looking at some of them. It's like it starts moving faster on the other side. I don't know. We'll see if I'm right. Darn it!
Right by the hole.
Ah, I moved it at the end. That little correction at the end, if I hadn't done it, I think I would have had a birdie.
Shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Just a couple to play here on the
All
opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th.
Just gonna pull it back a bit, put it pretty much straight at the hole.
Opting for the 6 iron.
Clubbing up,
Little
smart.
harder than I
Control it, though.
expected.
Let's see.
Yeah,
This
that
would be
was
a
a
great up and down.
bit overpowered. Let's see. Could we get lucky? Nah. But we got
Almost went in the hole.
a decent chip
Well,
out of
this
there.
one, it's for par.
No.
That was a gallant
No.
attempt.
Oh.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Now this is downhill.
On a nice line.
And that goes down for
All right. This is not helping me.
A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if you can bounce back. Teeing off now on the 9th
All
hole.
right. Just a good solid one.
Oh,
Just
you
need a
couldn't paint better
good
picture. Gorgeous.
tee shot, and that's what we got.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, fair amount of elevation here. They're going to have to be careful that they club up because you do not want to be short.
This may be too far, but I need to be up there.
Looks like they've got the 5 wood.
The slow. It's going to stay on, though, I think. Whoa. It's going to be a long putt, but we're on the green.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
Yeah, this is just... Wow, look at... We're going up red. I really have to... This is going to be total luck if I'm even close, honestly. Okay, up, over, and... Alright, well, we stopped.
Quite have the right
We
stuff.
stayed on the green.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Good looking putt.
Straight on.
Oh, how about
Almost
that one?
not what I needed, though, but second birdie.
Alrighty,
Alright,
Rich.
let's
This is
see where the
crunch
cut
time. Through
is.
9 holes today. This player's on the wrong side of the cut line.
I don't think they're nervous because they're so far out of it. It would take a
We're
miracle
close,
for them
though.
to
I
make
mean,
the play.
I've not been anywhere near this close, so he's being really mean to me. Let's be honest. Usually I'm at like freaking plus 20. Then you tell me that. But when I'm 3 strokes away, don't give me garbage. Don't trash talk me like
Just
that,
let
man.
shot be water off a duck's back.
I was hoping that would
Well, there's a
carry,
question here of
but it
whether they'll
didn't.
need one more club playing to an
I
elevated
need
green.
way more than one more club because we're down 25%. So that's going to take me to 150, honestly, as it is. Not, wow. But yeah, that's the best I'm going to be able to do. So let's take a look at the lie, make sure we deal with that.
Going with the 4 iron
Should be
here.
decent. Ooh, it's kind of pulling in there. But we're in the
This
short
from the
stuff,
greenside
so
rough.
we'll take that. It looks like it's downhill, so I am going to slow it down when it goes over there. And, ooh, I don't know that that's what I wanted. That's, wow, that's a
Careful
long
not to
way.
leave this one
Shoot.
short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Alright, I'm going to pull back some. Let's see. Are we online?
Looking really
Ugh.
good.
No, we
Putting
were
for a
short,
par
but
now.
I'll take it.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Time to tee off on the 11th.
Alright, we're going to curve it because we blew it last time, so we ended up in the water. Alright, turn more, turn more. You...
That looked wet, didn't it?
How did that...
And
God
Henny,
darn
what kind of a
it.
shot are they facing this time?
Setting up this shot for about 120.
Alright, we're going to go with the 8.
Okay, let's get those two important things back. Timing and tempo.
Yeah.
Playing their fourth shot.
That was a bit sloppy, that's for sure. Alright, we're going to be down 18. So I'm going to take that as a full swing. Wow, that rolled further than I expected.
Time for the fifth shot.
Alright, now it's the bogey, so now it's going to get tough. Because I'm going to need a lot if this doesn't fall. I mean, even if it does fall, oh my god. Oh my goodness.
14 feet to the cup.
Come on.
Really good.
Thank you.
One. There it is.
Well, now, now it's getting tough. I'm five up now. All right, I've got to be on the green, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, well, that is gonna end it for me for sure. Oh well, we tried. We did try. All right, this will actually be okay. Now I'm having one of those holes that I sometimes have. And take some practice.
He's looking at a nice round number, 180 here.
That's the shot I wanted. Alright, not bad, but let's see what we can do. Again, this should be okay. Don't bounce in the water. Thank you.
Sixth shot coming up.
All right. Well, now it's just kind of practicing some golf. Because at this point, I'm not making the cut. I'm just far, far too far back now.
Hey, nice looking line.
All right.
Currently plus 13
so
for the
goal is just, you know, let's play as well as we can for the rest of this. All right, timing.
Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones.
Exactly. Can't get them all.
Nicely done. And here we are with the
So
third shot.
yeah, the cut. I mean, again, 13 wouldn't make it at this point, but the cut being where it is does seem a bit harsh. But it's obviously based on how the other folks are doing. Yeah, but not a bad shot there.
Set up another chance. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with
Again, because of the bad tee shot, this is now turned into a hero putt.
It's tracking.
Ah.
And just a little bit of cleanup work remaining on this hole.
Okay. And I struggled on the back nine here. I had 4 out of 5 bogeys toward the end at the higher end, the holes I'm going into now. So, you know, we've just got to try to avoid that. And obviously some birdies would be awesome. An eagle would be even better, but let's not get greedy, right? I'm going to go with that. Because I'm still a little over, but yeah, that got me on. That's good. That's kind of what I was looking for.
And the birdie with big wings on the table here if they can make this one.
The birdie with big wings, downhill. Come on. Come on.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good.
Wow.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Looking to ride the momentum after
all right.
a birdie here with this shot.
Oh, that was pummeled into submission.
Not bad, not bad.
Second shot here on the 15th.
All right, this is flop territory. I'm gonna go with that. Should put me in a good spot. Beautiful.
Pretty good shot there.
I'll take that. I'd say that's more than pretty good,
He's
but
staring down a birdie putt here.
ooh. I knew it was gonna move. I didn't. I thought with powering it a little more, it would have less motion. But yeah, that was crazy.
Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
All right, gonna hit it close to the edge here. Ah. Yeah, that's pretty much my reaction too.
Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough.
Okay, where are we at? Alright, we're gonna do that and just go with it. Okay, decent shot. Should be okay.
Around 110 yards to go.
But yeah, I kind of tossed that one to the drink, so that's disappointing. Alright, on target. A little too far, but got a little bit of a roll back, at least to where we landed. Yeah, this is a tough shot. Okay, solid swing path, but not quite on.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
Yep, exactly.
Right. 13 over for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Better on these holes than the first round, but it doesn't really count. Not very slow, but slow.
That's not the shot he was hoping for.
Yeah, not on a par 3.
How bad is this lie?
Well, it's a little deeper into the rough, but it's sitting nicely.
Alright. I'm gonna go with it. It's a deep green. Like, I should make the green at least, and again, sometimes it does exactly that. Where otherwise, if I pitched out, it would be too much roll. Maybe a little bit that way, so I'm gonna do that. Come on, move over. Thank you. All right. That's a good save on that hole.
And now teeing off on the final hole of this round.
Again, not a very fast, so it's progress.
That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Let's just make sure. All right, let me do that.
It's elevated, it's much higher. They're definitely going to have to club up.
Ooh, there's a lot of power. I misjudged that one.
Getting ready to play their third.
Alright, I think I'm going to try the flop with the elevation. I'm half tempted to do that. But the wind usually doesn't impact it as much, so we're going to do that. We hit it slow, so it's going to shorten it up.
Didn't that look good for a long time?
Not a bad chip.
Straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Just didn't drop.
Wow.
A double bogey putt in front of them.
That clearly looked like it was going to move, but misread it, I suppose.
Well, with that, unfortunately, this person's event is over.
All right.
Make the cut here today. That's
so we did not make
now
the
next
cut.
Question is aisle or window? I'm telling you,
I'm pressing the button, it's not moving. I'm worried it's crashing on me.
Or fix the problems before you tee it up next time.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm
Right.
Luke Helvey.
I don't know what that
in.
was.
See you
I'm
tomorrow.
glad it came back. At least it appeared to. You know, we're not... I mean, it's not great. I'm still 30 points behind him. But, I mean, if you really look at it, I mean, compared to where I'd be 60 to 80 normally, Like that is better. And I moved. No, I didn't move. Never mind. I moved down 2 spots. I'm in 170. I saw 145, but that's where I'm at in the tournament. So I had promised, share kind of what I was looking at. So been trying some things to get myself less overpowered, and I think I improved with that. Again, if folks want to comment, it just, I was sitting in the 101, 102, sometimes 103 range most of the time, but I was completely out, other than a few shots. I certainly had some, but I was not at my typical 104 to 106, where I'm really waiting for the power. So it was more figuring out if I can do something on the timing, and I believe the result, because if you go back and look at probably the last 20 total events, like again, a plus 15 is actually a decent showing for me. That's usually 1 round, is how I've been doing it on master difficulty on these courses, if I was even doing that. I was usually worse than that. I guess let's advance. So there we go. We have 98 out of 100. And now I think it's going to tell me an early end of the season. Failed to place. I haven't played my best golf. I'll be sure to up my game and come back strong next year. So they're going to simulate that. The BMW Championship and the Tour Championship. Okay, Justin Pierce wins the FedEx Cup. And then we're cycling back. So yeah, everything stays this way. I don't normally change any of that. So the settings will be the same. And now we are in season 4. So if I go here, you can see 3 PGA Tour seasons. It obviously sloughs things off, so we still, have the Corn Ferry, but we have 3 PGA Tour seasons and my current. So, we're technically on season 8, but this is my 4th in this level that we'll be starting. So we'll be beginning again and just making an attempt to just keep getting that practice in and do better. Just so people understand what I'm seeing and how I've adjusted. The one thing I didn't think you could do, but it does seem that you can, and it took a bit of work on the practice on the driving range to get me to feel it out and see, was really swinging with the character in the game. A lot of what I had seen or read seemed to indicate that was the wrong way to do it, and clearly I was wrong. My interpretation was off, because I'm much more consistent in getting closer to just 100% power by doing that, and not focusing on the what is it? The vibration. Sorry, it wasn't coming to me. And so, yeah, what I had been doing very much, it had nothing to do with enjoying the vibration, whatever. I thought that was how you determine the timing, because there was a lot of feedback I was getting, either comments from people who were using the vibration as I am, or just reading online, and they're like, you can't do it without vibration, so to me the vibration was the key. Like, I'm like, if I don't feel it, if I'm not going there, then I can't get the timing. But I've proven to myself, both with that and this being the first gameplay sessions after that, so I was really hot to get in and play, as opposed to just be on the driving range. Because honestly, I was at the point on the driving range, and I changed clubs, I did irons, I did wedges, I did whatever, and I could, out of 10 shots, I'd get 8, 9, sometimes 10, almost in the exact same distance, the exact same spot, which is exactly what I will need to be more consistent. So now it's just kind of honing that, but that was kind of the crack and the breakthrough that I think I may have been struggling with trying to figure out, where I was like, okay, it's just going to take practice, it's just going to take time. And that's kind of what I've been saying for months. And it just seems like, yeah, when you're practicing the wrong technique, you know, maybe I maxed out what I could on that technique, and it was sheer luck. But what I wanted to do was play around, and I didn't want to share all that in the beginning and then maybe not have it all come together as well as ultimately it did. I mean, again, we can argue plus 15 isn't great. I've certainly done better than that in TGC Tours, but I'll still argue these courses are harder. And I'm expecting then my next week, I would expect to have better results in TGC Tours than plus 15 in 2 rounds. That, you know, that I should stay below plus 7 or plus 8 as an average. And I was already doing that before, but the question is now, what this did prove out, although things got a little squirrely at the end for sure, I seem to be able to keep away from the very fast and very, very slows a lot easier. And the argument that folks have given me is, well, you know, that's because you're already taking master difficulty and you're making it harder by overpowering. So everything swings, and then, you know, if you're off a little bit. So my thought was, even with that feedback, was like, well, but it's still going to just shank it. But the reality is, when I play it, like, even when it does pull, it's not pulling nearly as much as when I overpower it. So I think that's really the big difference, and that is what makes things happen, where, like, I was able to save that par 3 and the par 4 and here and there, where I had a less than optimal shot somewhere, but because it wasn't, like, way off, it wasn't totally causing me triple or quad bogeys all the time. So that was the change I made. That was the info to share at the end. And once again, we've wrapped up season 3, but I think this is perfect timing for getting good feedback from folks and trying to really, really figure out if I could figure out what they were telling me. And I think I've done at least some of that. I won't say I'm all the way there. You know, but the guidance is always like that. Then you focus on improving that. And there were certainly some nerves that showed up in these events and so forth. I mean, I definitely felt that same butterflies in the stomach thing a couple times, where it's like, this is an important hole for me, I want to do well, and then I'd shank it. So the mental game is still always going to be there. So I'm going to have to wrestle those demons as well. But not having the, oh goodness, I'm plus 3, I can never do better than that now because I just can't find a birdie here or there. This is giving me more confidence that I think I'll be in better position. And I would imagine, like, that course that we just played on at the end, if there was definitely a progression of difficulty. I mean, there's certainly some difficult courses at the first part of this PGA Tour season, but there are things that are a lot simpler here in the beginning. So I was on one of the harder courses, I would say, probably, than I would normally be. Obviously, if I had made it at least to the first round of the playoffs and had been in the top 125, then we knew we would be on some crazy courses, because the championship rounds or events aren't taking place on easy courses. But we'll see what TGC Tours looks like. I'll obviously continue to try to fill things in. Got another out-of-town thing coming up for about half a week this time, not a whole week. So, yeah, there may be some gaps, but I'm kind of certainly would like to play and hone things in. So my guess is I'm going to jump in and do some Bluff Championship play before we head out of town, and then that might be enough to fill in around TGC tours, because with this week coming up, I'm going to have to get everything done before the weekend, which I normally would anyway. Like last week, I did play all 4 rounds kind of at once, like I had been for a long time. See if I do it quite that way. Some of it will depend on availability of time to play and so forth. But I've got a couple days till the course, or before I can start posting scores. So we're gonna wait on that. But a lot of summary at the end. But hopefully for those that care, it gets you into my head a little bit, where I'm at, what I've done, what I'm thinking about with it. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling that I've been able to understand some of the feedback that, it frankly, whatever it is, whether it's my inability to comprehend or something, I've just been struggling with how people are explaining it, and it's not made sense to me. So I've interpreted what I've gotten as best I can, and what I'm using as my target is, am I getting rid of the overpower, the extreme overpower? Because that was really kind of the push that I was being given. Like, you're making it more difficult for yourself, and until you figure that out, there's like nothing else that I can really help you with, type of thing, is the feedback or the response I was getting from the folks that were trying to help in that regard. And I get that. I mean, beating a dead horse, nobody wants to do that, and it's got to be frustrating. Like, hey, they're giving me the best feedback they can, but clearly I'm not executing on it or understanding it. Hopefully this shows that I'm getting it a little bit, and time will tell if it stays consistent. I know I've got to fight the tendencies that I've built up for 40 weeks of playing overpowered golf, so it's not going to go away in 1 week. But I did feel on the driving range that the difference, once I came up with the process to try and it started working, and that I could maintain it consistently, I'm like, the confidence came in, like, yeah, I can do this. I just now this was the piece I wasn't understanding. It's just now getting my brain and my body in sync with what I'm seeing, and so hand-eye coordination, I suppose. But I'm going to wrap it up here. If you've enjoyed this and haven't dropped a like, and if you're not a subscriber, please consider those things. They do help out. They're greatly appreciated. Obviously, comments also incredibly appreciated. That is how I'm making some changes and really, thinking through it. I know it's an investment of time by people to give me feedback, but I appreciate every bit of it, even though I may be incapable of executing on it as some would like. But I'm going to keep trying, that's for sure. And so comments and likes and subscriptions, that kind of keeps a YouTube channel moving and getting recommended, and then growing, which then gets more folks able to come out and join in the party. So with that, I will see you next time.